Here are the stories we're following this morning. The city says it is working to address some inequities when it comes to access to the monkeypox vaccine around the 5 boroughs. It plans to expand its community outreach with mobile clinics in the days ahead. Our morning trend comes to us from Staten Island, where some residents say they're overwhelmed by how many lanternflies they've seen.
We can't leave the house without them going all of our clothes.
There's a very small percentage of insects around the world that are actually pests. We need them for the ecosystem, all that kind of stuff. And I said, what about lanternflies? She says, no, you should kill those.
Kill those.
And I was like, wow, I was
I haven't seen one of them. Like, I haven't seen them. Where should I go to help with the killing?
I guess Staten Island. You need to get on the ferry and go over
we don't want to make, I feel like we're bringing him to the dark side.
I mean, he's too innocent for it.
Should I go to Central Park?
Dude, the lanternflies won.
Okay. What do you do with them afterwards?
Allegedly, you're supposed to dispose of them, but we all know nobody's picking up a dead bug and throwing it in the
I'm not doing that. I'm killing them, but I'm not going to take them anyway.
I'll just follow you around and pick them up. All right, Sally Ann, the city has put out new numbers highlighting its efforts to distribute the monkeypox vaccine. And while the health department says New York has already administered more doses than any other city in the country, well, the data also reveals inequities in vaccine access that need to be addressed. New York One's Louis Finley joins us now from the Bronx outside Lincoln Hospital. Austin Amos is charged with manslaughter and gang assault. Nicholas Porter also charged with gang assault, along with a 15-year-old girl who has not been named because of her age. Now, police are still searching for 2 other teenage girls who are suspected of taking part in that attack. New York One's Dan Rivoli has more on a news conference where the driver's widow and her supporters reacted to the latest developments in the case. Today, the last weekday for early voting in the congressional and state Senate primary elections. Poll hours have changed again today. Voting runs from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Welcome back to Mornings on One. Nice shot there of the East River and beautiful bridges. And Sally Ann, good weekend on the way. The former CFO of the Trump Organization, Alan Weisselberg, pleading guilty yesterday to tax violations. And as part of the deal, he will be required to testify under oath about illegal business practices at the Trump Organization. I don't think this has anything to do with testifying against family members or Trump himself, right? But it's basically his business practice, right?
That's right. Yeah. So this is another associate of the president.
Outdoor dining is here to stay. You know, New Yorkers seem to like it, but some of the structures not up to code that we've seen that were built along the way. He yesterday went to the streets and, clearly a photo op because that, I don't think structures go down that easy. There you go.
No, I don't think
That was like, boop. It's something the city plans on doing to many other sheds next week. Now, with Adams calling for new guidelines for the open restaurant program, what's next on this front? Now, usually when our Washington reporter Kevin Fry runs into lawmakers from New York, it's in the halls of the U.S. Capitol. But this week, he got a chance to follow some of them around in the more informal setting of the campaign trail as they made their pitches to voters. And here's Kevin with more on their campaign styles and how they're trying to shore up support ahead of primary day.